Okay. It's working, yay. Okay. Hi, it's Cherokee. Life after 40 and my 30-day challenge, which is a note to myself and meeting a goal, and a note to anyone else who would like to meet a goal, and what's amounting to the difficult process of starting a new journey, and also creating a new habit. So that's what these videos are about. It is like probably 1:30 in the morning. It is Saturday. Happy Saturday. So technically it's Sunday, but until I go to bed and wake up again and embrace that as my new day, it's still Saturday to me. So I am recording this video for Saturday night because that's where I am right now. And it is so late because I've allowed a lot of things to get in the way today. I had my intention of what I wanted to accomplish, and the way things have been flowing, I'm like, okay, let me just stick to one or two things that I definitely must do. And so I think I did. It was like get my tires changed, which I've been putting off forever. And then I think just like make these videos, because this is like something I need to do. So here we are. And it is late because, I don't know, sometimes it just feels like I can be in this stuck position, and it's almost like I'm in my own way. And I noticed the past few days, it's like maybe there's outer forces in my way. Who knows? All I know is I can make a decision here and here and make it happen. And so I decided like 2 hours ago, I'm still going to record this video. I was tired in the bed. I was like, oh, I could just drift right off to sleep, since sleeping is like one of my favorite things to do. And I said no, because I noticed the past few days, even if I feel like I shouldn't even be sleepy, I had a good night's sleep, and all of a sudden this wave of tiredness would come over me. And I was still able to record, but it was like delayed. So I don't care, to me, how long it's delayed, as long as it gets done. But at the same time, I'm like, maybe I'm subconsciously getting in my own way. I don't know. Either way, I will get up and still do what I need to do, because that's what I want to do, and that's what I will to do. So that's why we're here tonight at 1:30 in the morning. That being said, I have been stretching. Not the deep stretching that I wanted to do, but still stretching nonetheless, get these kinks out. And so this video is more of that. I think it's like day 19 or something, or something like that. 19, 20. I think it's the 19th 19/20th. So yeah, so I'm still doing it. I mean, this is something I want to do, this is something I want to accomplish, and this is something I will accomplish, and I'm close to it. And I was thinking today too, I don't know, I mean, this is a whole new kind of journey I'm traversing. So I'm constantly thinking about like my old life, raising a kid, working 7 days a week, and all of the mental concepts that went along with me embracing that lifestyle. And then unembracing those ideas and those concepts, basically, that I have to sacrifice my entire life to a government system that pumps toxic water into my home, so I can't trust them, not only for that reason but for many other reasons. And why I would even think it was a good idea to like put my entire life on hold in the first place, and when I get old and gray then I can enjoy my life. Like, that's a ridiculous concept, but it's one that I believed for many years. And it's one they used to put on commercials. When you retire, then you get to travel. It's like a big one. And it's like, why can't I live my life now? And so now, this year, I'm beginning to understand that that concept is not only ridiculous, I'm not going to follow it anymore. So the process of changing and undoing these belief systems that I believed for most of my life, probably all of my life, is not easy to undo. I mean, it starts here in the mind, like, this doesn't make sense, right? But But until you're physically doing something different, and that is where your heart comes into place, then you're still following the same paradigm or belief system. You know, I believe that when you really embody something is when you change it. When you really not only just see something and understand that it's wrong, but you change your life to move into alignment with what feels good to your soul as to what is right for you. So that process is the harder part. And I've noticed all years I've been working on these harder parts. Once I'm done, I'm like, technically it's not hard. You're just releasing a system. But my identity is wrapped up in that system, in that idea. My whole identity, my whole world is wrapped up in those ideas. So it's finding a new way to think and to be while still living in a system that very much promotes this anti-human lifestyle, which I don't think is natural, and it definitely doesn't work for me. So anyway, this is what it looks like. It looks like letting a lot of things getting in the way and making a concerted decision that this is what I will to do and this is what I'm going to do. This is for me, and it's for beginning of my changes that I want to make to my body, which all center around strength, movement, and activity as an investment for my future. Because within my family, I noticed that mobility can be an issue. You know, I saw both my grandmothers gradually lose their mobility, and I always remembered that and said, I gotta strengthen my legs, feet, ankles, all of those things. There's some families that are like strong legs run in the family, or strong arms run in the family, or whatever. But at least for the women, I don't think the strong legs ran in our family for either side. So that's why I'm like, let me work on those things now, so that when I get to be their age, I don't want to lose my mobility. You know, I'm going to turn this sideways. So it may be late, but I'm going to be up for a minute, because I still have some other things to do that I want to accomplish. Mainly just like more massaging kind of stuff, stretching, more of my nighttime activities, which I'm redoing a new nighttime ritual, which includes stretching. And you know, just the process of embracing a new system while still working within the old system. You know, I still have to go to work, and I still have to, you know, function in the world, and I have all these new ideas about what I want my life to look like, and I guess I just answered my own question. Sometimes there's so many ideas floating around in my head, it's almost like, where do I begin? So lately I've been like, okay, instead of getting in your own way, get out of your head, set your intention of one thing that you want to accomplish each day, right? One thing. And in my world, that's really 2 or 3 things. So like I said, I got my tires changed today, finally, not until the afternoon. I was going to go first thing this morning. And I called, and they're like, what size are your tires? I'm like, I don't know. So by the time I went outside and called them back, it was the afternoon, you know. So I could have went outside and just opened my door and looked, but, you know, I didn't. and so that took me all day. But at least I got it done. And then the same thing with this stretching and everything. It's like, I don't know, better time management. I don't know, so many different things. At the end of the day, I was like, well, you know what? At the end of the day, I'm going to do this thing, come hell or high water. And, you know, I'm like, why is it this 5-minute thing is like so challenging? It may be 5 minutes, but it's just something new. So that is the real challenge. And movement of our body is not really that promoted and encouraged. You know, I go to have a desk job and that encourages me to sit in this weird L-shape thing at a desk, you know, This is my back. This is my thighs. Feet hang down. You know, I'm in that weird shape all day long, you know, which I don't think is natural at all. Promotes tight hips and other issues, circulation issues. So, the point is, in establishing a new life, it can be a process. It could be, you see, in establishing a new life, it could be a process. It could take time, and everything's easier said than done, you know. But one thing I know about discipline, and I know a lot about discipline, once you're disciplined, everything after that is easy. Once you know how to work, it's easy to work after that. It's easy to do the thing. It's establishing that discipline. It's establishing, in a physical sense, the flexibility, the strength, building up strength, and this video is just on flexibility. But as once those things are established, then, of course, it gets easier. Once you build up that muscle memory, once you build up an attunement to your body to know how to exercise and move, then it becomes easier. But the first 30 days, to get into that space in the first place, therein is the rub. So these really should be probably called diary journals. It's like a journal to myself in many ways. I'm going to change this from split challenge to diary journal split challenge. But you get the idea, It's like you have this goal, and oftentimes we get in our own way. And basically, day to day, this is what it looks like, And that's it. 12 minutes and 18 seconds has passed by. And it took me all day to get to that. That's okay. At least I got there, right? And I am proud of myself for that. I accomplished my goal. Versus doing nothing. And I'll tell you something real quick, because I'm going to run out of time in a minute. I had to stop myself all day from doing the little piddly chores and things. Oh, I got to sweep the floor. I got to do this. I got to do that. Those things never go away. And I notice they prevent me from meeting my goals. I get all caught up in those chores that never go away and end up sacrificing the things that I love. So, just something to consider. Prioritizing and sometimes saying, you know what, these chores ain't going nowhere, but my time is. So, anyway, this is about to run out. But this is Cherokee. This is Life After 40. And this is what it looks like day to day. So, much love. Have a good evening.